Yo, what's up everybody, this is Junior Chicken. As many of you may know, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS is currently in development, and it's got a lot of people excited. Whether it's the fact that it's going to be on multi-platforms, or it's the debut of Mega Man, who everyone's been wanting in Smash Bros. For a while, or the possibility of Peach and Mario getting married. Trust me, I've seen that photo and I think it's legit. And to celebrate, I'm going to be looking back at all the great games this franchise has given us. It's probably one of the most innovative fighting games out there. It differentiates so much from other fighting games with percentages instead of HP or the simplistic controls. There's so many things that sets Smash Bros. Different from a lot of other fighting games. One of them being the items. You can actually pick up items within the game that can help you out during battle. And I'm going to be counting down the top 10 most useful items. Let me lay down some rules first. I will not be including any health regeneration items. I will not be including any container items or collectibles. I will not be including the 2 hammers because that's kind of cheapish. And I will not be including the Smash Ball or Dragoon pieces because that's also pretty cheap. So this is going to be a completely fair list.
10.
The Blast Box behaves like the other crates. It's slightly heavier, but you can still carry it around. But put too much stress on it and it will blow up. What's even cooler though, is it behaves like bombs in that fire attacks cause it to detonate. This is very useful if you're playing as Mario, Luigi, Charizard, Ness, Lucas, or Bowser, because you can use your PK Fire or other fire attacks to take your opponents off guard with this. Catch them by surprise.
9.
The Smart Bomb is probably one of the hottest bombs in the game. It doesn't just detonate. It lets out a huge circle of flame waves that trap your opponents, and possibly you, and then spits them out at the end of the explosion. They're somewhat unpredictable when they go off, especially in target tests, but all you really need to do is run away as soon as it goes off, or else you'll be entrapped in the flame waves. Also, make sure that you don't try to hit one of these when they go off, because then you're pretty much screwed. It's just so cool to watch your enemies get trapped within the Smart Bomb flames. It's quite a spectacular display. Super Spicy Curie is basically a defense by damage dealing type of item. When you eat it, it's so hot that your character spits out fireballs. The animation of the character reflects this. When you pick it up, you can basically repel your opponents away from you and quickly pivot if someone tries to sneak up behind you. You can trap your opponents within the flames and deal lots of damage. It's a pretty effective item. The only problem is you can't take opponents out with a smash attack very well when you use this, because they can't touch you, therefore you can't touch them. But still, it's pretty effective means of defense, especially when you get up close or use it as an edge guard.
Seven.
Hotheads are actually pretty unique. They're a type of throwing item that travel along the platform they land on. What's even better is that if they land on particular platforms, they'll actually be able to orbit at the same speed that you threw it at. And it's pretty powerful too. It can take out enemies with ease. Plus, it emits sparks once in a while, which cause extra damage. What's even better is just like the Blast Box, you can use not just fire attacks, but electric attacks. So throw in Pikachu with the characters that I mentioned before and you can use their special attacks to expand the Hothead and make him even more powerful, allowing to give devastating blows.
6.
Dekunut. Basically the drug of the Smash Brothers universe. Why do I say this? Well, because When you get hit by it, you're either fly or hide. If you throw it but are too close to the impact, you'll get the stun animation that you get when you break your shield, but if you're far away enough from the opponent that threw it to you, you'll fly off the screen. Like that. It's really fragile too, so if you hit a player that's holding it, or just happen to hit it when it drops, you'll fly off the screen again. I mean, it's a pretty powerful item, and I don't usually throw it down during serious stuff like multi-man brawls and stuff. I just like throwing it down occasionally to watch my opponents fly while I get high. Especially now with Charizard, since episode 16 of Whose Line SWC Edition has come out.
Charizard, he's high! Oh, Charizard! Why do you have so many drugs hidden back here? Oh, God! Oh, no! Charizard, get back to Pokeball!
5.
Sometimes, I just like to
Slow things down.
That's what the timer does. It slows down your enemies so that they don't have time to react to you kicking their butts. It's a useful item. It can easily turn the tide of the battle to your favor. I especially like it when your opponents are in mid-air. It makes it much easier for you to perform interceptions and meteor smashes. The only problem though is that occasionally it will slow everyone, including you, or only slow you down. And just like CJS001, I'm not a fan of luck values. There's nothing like classical invincibility. Seriously, the mushrooms only affect your size. That doesn't really matter. And even if you get the metal box, you could still get thrown off the stage and plummet to your doom because your recovery sucks with it. But the Starman is hands down the best transformation item in the game because no one can hurt you. It doesn't have the same effects as in the classical Super Mario Bros. Games, but you can still kick some serious butt while you have this item. Plus, in Brawl, they actually play the original 8-bit music, unlike that fancy remix like they did in the original Smash Bros. And Melee. So you're kicking butt to awesome music. There's two problems though. You don't have to press A to pick it up. You can easily just run into it, so it's easy for other people to collect it. Plus, it bounces all over the place. It's not stationary, so someone else can either pick it up or it will fall off the stage.
3.
The Assist Trophy. This summons one of many different Nintendo characters to help you out during the battle. Besides the Devil, who just moves your screen around, the Nintendog, who blocks your screen, and Mr. Rossetti, who, if you ran into him, you know what I'm talking about, and possibly Tingle, who just summons random items or random stat effects. All the other characters are pretty useful, although it may depend on their placement. However, there are quite a few assist trophies that guarantee you'll kick some butt. These include Shadow, who uses Chaos Control to slow everything down, Hammer Bros, whose hammers are wicked powerful, Saki from Sin and Punishment, Knuckle Joe from the Kirby series, Little Mac from Punch-Out, Gray Fox from the Metal Gear Solid series, Jeff from Mother 2, who shoots deadly rockets, Andros, who spits out blocks which can knock your enemies out of the arena, and of course my favorite, Waluigi, who beats you senseless with a tennis racket.
2.
The problem with assist trophies is that you can't activate them while you're in freefall. You can only activate them when you're standing still, which makes you pretty vulnerable. But with Pokeballs, if you fly out of the arena, you can throw it back into the arena, so you can continue battling. And you can throw the Pokeball at your enemies to cause damage. Pokeballs have been here from the start. They summon Pokemon to help you out in battle. And that's for anyone who thinks Bonsly is useless. He is powerful for throwing at enemies. The really useless ones are Electrode. No, actually, Electrode's actually pretty cool. Let's move on. Wobbuffet, who's a punching bag. Munchlax, who just marches around the arena and eats items. Stupid. Gardevoir, who just reflects projectiles. Nothing else really special. And do I really have to say anything for Goldeen? Other than that, the other Pokemon are great. They may also depend on placement, but they can be pretty helpful. Even the starter Pokemon are pretty good. Especially Piplup. Okay, that might be a bit overkill, but you get the point. But what's even better is if you unlock a legendary Pokemon. Whether it's one of the 3 legendary birds from Gen 1, the Gen 2 Prowlers, Ho-Oh, who freaking burns the stage, Lugia, who is insanely powerful, or one of the Gen 3 legendaries who are just massive. Like, look at that. Groudon's got like a third of the arena covered. Plus the cute legendaries allow you to collect items like stickers, CDs, and trophies. See, I just unlocked Mew while taping this. A junior chicken first.
And number 1.
Now, I don't know who's going to be more pissed off. The people who don't think this should be at number 1, or the people who don't like it that I'm using the proper term instead of the popular term, lightsaber. So yeah, number 1 is the Beam Sword. Why, you may ask? Well, it's got the longest range out of all of the battering weapons. It has no uncertainties. It doesn't rely on ammo or placement. You can use this for as long as you want. It's freaking powerful. I beat the crap out of my enemies whenever I have this. Its regular slashes are powerful enough to repel your enemies away. And the Smash Slash, it may not be as powerful as the Home Run Bat, but it's a lot faster. It may not cause damage as much as the Lipstick, but its knockback definitely makes up for it. In fact, even throwing it at your enemies, if they have high enough damage, can cause them to freaking fly out of the arena. That's how powerful this badass of a sword is. The Beam Sword has helped me out on multiple occasions, especially during multi-man brawls. Sometimes I don't even know why I throw it. I guess I like the knockback, but I don't want to risk losing such a powerful weapon. The only reason I should ever give up a Beam Sword is if another Beam Sword appears on the field. Then I can use that to take on my opponents.